overall thoughts, Gabe, on how the team played today?
I think we had a lot of good spurts in that game of, showing our potential and, what we can do as a team. But I think that there's a lot of things that, I think we'll see on film tomorrow that we just didn't do too well. For instance, one is just, scouting. We always go over their plays and what they do. And, we went over one play over and over again and just, we couldn't guard it. So, that's a little scary, but at the same time, we're glad to be 1-0. And overall, I think our performance, would probably be about a B or somewhere around there.
Ryan, what do double-doubles mean to you? Obviously, you've had quite a few in your career, and it kind of seems like maybe that's going to be a trend for you this season.
I think they just show that playing hard. Coach Miller always says, he's never told a player not to get as many rebounds as he can. It's never a selfish thing to do to get as many rebounds as you can, especially defensive rebounds. So I just find a lot of joy in it. I find a lot of fun in it. And it's just something I pride myself on and try to do it all year for the team.
You guys came out really strong at the beginning of the game. Was it, tough to kind of keep that momentum up and maybe any opening night jitters or anything kind of work in the 3 out of them?
I don't think so. I think, the starting five, even in the exhibition, we came out and, played really well. But obviously you start having subs around the, 16-minute mark, and it's not the same gelling team that we had in the very beginning. So I don't think it's, a matter of us letting up or anything like that. I just think, you put different basketball players out on the court, it's just a different feel.
Because that is part, did you figure that would be part of it? You have so many different possibilities out there, just guys getting used to each other. And
yeah, at the end of the day, I think we have 7 new basketball players, 5 of which are trying to play a lot of minutes, or 4 right now. So, it's just a matter of, us having to actually play basketball games. We can only do so much in practice, but the game is always a different feel. So, it's not going to be, 100% perfect at game 1.
How was it with so many bodies there in the backcourt specifically, with 3 or 4 guys interchanging with PJ?
Well, it's just repetition. I feel like every day in practice, we just we have to figure out ways to get each other the ball. We have to figure out ways to be able to communicate on the court and understand what our flaws and what our strengths are as basketball players. And that doesn't just come with practice and stuff like that. It's off the court stuff, just hanging out and trying to get a feel for your teammates. So, like I said, it's game 1. We're going to get a lot better, and I think it's going to come a lot more quickly than people think.
Gabe, do you feel like you have Ryan, Kadeem, and Mark all technically newcomers, but 3 of the most productive players out there tonight? Does that not surprise you maybe?
No, it doesn't surprise me at all. As starters, I know what I'm going to get from Ryan every game. I know what I'm going to get from Mark, and I know what I'm going to get from Kadeem. So it's more of the freshmen. It's first time playing in a huge crowd like this. First time playing college basketball at one of the highest levels in the country. So it's new for them. Ryan comes from the ACC where he averaged a double there too. So yeah, it's just not with them. I just feel like the freshmen are just they gotta come a long way, and they've come a long way already. So it's just gonna be uphill from here.
Gabe, you and Kadeem had 19 points in the first half. It looked like you guys were really trying to attack. What was the backcourt doing offensively over?
I think we were running in transition. I think we had a lot of opportunities in the zone, to get through the 4 and the 5 down low. I also think Deem had a couple floaters where he came off of a down screen and got into the paint and made a couple good shots. So it's just a matter for us to keep our foot on the gas, and keep playing hard. Not let up. So, Kadeem had a very good game tonight. Only turned the ball over once, so that's what we're expecting for him throughout the year.
Yeah, Ryan, what did you like about the way the guards kind of attacked out there?
Yeah, I know Kadeem and Parker especially, they're 2 completely different guards. So, Kadeem's a lot more physical. He gets into the paint in a different way than Parker does, but they both are effective. And I think, you know, as a big guy, it helps me a lot anytime they're being aggressive, you know, shooting the ball or getting into the paint and making plays for me or for our guys like Gabe on the wing and stuff. So they're two completely different players, but it's going to be exciting to see them grow together as a point guard kind of dynamic and really set our team up for a lot of stuff this year.
Ryan, can you talk about getting out there and McKill your first regular season game? Is that something you've just been waiting to do?
Yeah, I was curious to see like how long ago I committed here, and it was 80 weeks ago I committed here, and I just now played. So I think I was ready to go, but it was a lot of fun. You know, it's the best place to play in the country, in my opinion. So it just felt good to get the first one under the belt.
You saying that from playing in the ACC, how does it compare to some of the places you've been, and you know, does it seem like a?
Yeah, I would probably compare this place to kind of like UNC. You know, there's a lot of history at UNC. There's a lot of you know, it's a great crowd, but they also know the game really well. You know, they're not just, you know, screaming for no reason. They understand when to get loud, when the team needs them and stuff like that. And I think our crowd is very similar in that way. And so I compare our place a lot to UNC, but you know, I'm biased. I think we got a little edge up.
Time for one more question.
Gabe, I think this makes 25 straight home non-conference wins. And, you know, coming in here, you're calling, you called today's win a B, and it's by 18 points. You know, have you guys raised the standard so high that even a dominant performance like this comes off like a, all right, what more can we do? Or,
Yeah, most definitely. You know, I think the last 3 years, that's when it's really, you know, stepped up. You know, Coach Miller holds us to a high standard, and everyone knows Coach Miller here. He's a guy who is so intense and wants the best out of his players. So, you know, when the coach has such high standards for his team, it's only right that we're the same way. You know, like I said before, there's a lot of things we did well, but you know, we go back and watch the game. I don't know specific plays right now, but you know, we watch film tomorrow, and you know, we'll see a lot of things that we can get a lot better at, and you know, we can get away with against specific. Yet, you know, they are a good team, but granted, you know, we play in the Pac-12 and people know our plays. We're not going to be able to score as easily defensively. What are we going to be able to do to be successful? You know, we can't give up plays like that back to back to back and wide open three and you know, layups and dunks. So I just feel like the standard is very high here, and you know, Coach holds us to a high standard. So we got to answer the bell.
All right.